Good morning, everybody. Luke here from Breakout Trading, and we have another exciting day up ahead. Tony Hedges will be with us at 9 o'clock on the dot. That's in 12 minutes. He has some amazing picks. He texted me Monster Day. Anytime he texts me that, it's usually a pretty good day. But we have about 12 minutes to run a little scan of our own. I like to do a little small cap scan, and Tony Hedges usually um, deals in points. So he chases points, and we'll try to make as many points as he can off of a single trade. I mean, we both agreed on this pick yesterday. It was kind of odd. I liked it, but he picked it, and that was KRTX. KRTX. I mean, yesterday was just insane. Insane. Went all the way down from 31 up to 102. Even more than that. It really was a $20 stock the day before. So it went up 5 times its value. That's crazy. And they, from what I understand, they created a drug for schizophrenia. Um, and it passed FDA approval, and it apparently works well. But I thought they had stuff for that already. What are they doing with the schizophrenics? Are they just like locking them away? I assume they have medication to treat this stuff already, but maybe it's a new advancement. Who knows? I think the reaction is a little overreacted. Do I see this going to 150 today? Maybe. Do I see this crashing back down to $50? Maybe. I don't know, but I want to keep an eye on it. That's what I do know. Disney, everybody's watching Disney. I'm just like FOMO'd. I'm just really got no interest in Disney, but seems to be the hot stock lately. Um, but let's take a look at the scanner. Let's pop the scanner on. And see what looks good. Also, if you're watching right now live on Facebook, please, if there's sound problems, we're trying to get this right. So if there's sound problems, I know I lowered my audio a little bit because I know when I do make the phone call, his voice, Tony's voice comes in a little low. So I lowered my voice a little bit in hopes that that kind of balances it out. All right, SAEX. This is actually at one point was my fourth biggest gainer. Uh, I rode it from like the day before. I got lucky, held it overnight, skyrocketed, and happened to be one of those lucky things. That's when I was less experienced than just doing silly things like that. But it turned out to work in my favor, which didn't help me over the next couple of years. Um, you know, One thing you're gonna come to understand, especially when Tony is teaching, is he doesn't rely on luck. This is the chart. This is the pivots. This is the range. This is what it can do. It's up on earnings. It's up for a reason. A lot of our constructs, a lot of our fundamentals are the same. It's got to be up on earnings or for a reason. But he just deals in bigger stock. You got to remember, he was a mentor to me. Marvin was a mentor to me. I had two mentors. I was fortunate enough to do that. That not to do that, to have two mentors. Um, but SAEX, I mean, what was it at? $1? It popped up to $4. It's up. Why? Why is it up? It's not up on earnings. $130 million in new projects. I think I looked at the float on this, and let's see the volume. As a matter of fact, let's see. It's about $1 million now, times four. So about $4 million in action has happened, give or take, because that was a big move. Yeah, a big move up to four. So you could say there's been about a $4 million worth of action since this $9 million, since they got this $150 million project, $130 million project. Um, but the volume's up on it. I'd keep an eye on this one. I would like to know where the pivot points are on this one. Um, so just real quick, let me look at the pivot points on SAEX. As I said, I'm a little biased towards this one because it was one of my biggest gainers. All right, so we're way extended. We're in the stratosphere. Um, yeah, I don't know. This might dump out the gate. It looks like it's been downtrending for some while. I don't expect to have a reaction like that. I don't like it that much, but it's possible. It's possible. You know, if we look at the range, say EX. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Um, excuse me. Oh, I screwed up. All right. Uh, again, I'm looking at it. I'm not loving it right now. I'm not loving it. I don't think it. I mean, the float is so low on this thing. The float's around 3 million. It's almost got a million in it. It's got a million in volume already. Um, yeah, I just don't know. It's very, very overextended. But then again, you could have said the same thing about KTRX. I mean, it's overextended. Everything I look at tells me that this one is overextended. Um, so let's go ahead and put a pass on that one for now. We'll keep it on the board. We'll watch it, but I don't think it's going to do anything. Plus, pre-market wise, it doesn't look all that great. Um, it's like in and out of the VWAP. The channel is thinning. Mm, let's look here. What is next? What is next? Why doesn't it pop up? Okay, let's look at GNPX up 100%. It's a penny stock, but it's now coming to that $1 range, that 90 cent spot. I love that. That's my sweet spot. Because all stocks at 90 cents essentially go to a dollar five, $1.10, or sometimes they only go to 95 cents. But if they break that dollar, they can go up to $1.20, and that's a great trade. 90 cents to $1.20. I mean, worst that's going to happen is it's going to go to $1.05, and then you just get out and you don't win or lose anything. But see, here we go. We hit the dollar. We hit the dollar. We were unable to break the dollar. This is something I'm telling you. This is a stock you want to watch today. GNPX over a dollar. I like it so much at first glance. It's got high volume. I'm gonna actually send this one out. I can't not send this one out. Um, so oh, and we got 3 minutes until we call Tony. GNPX. I really like this one. If it breaks, if this is a breakout play, but you know what? I didn't look at GNPX. Has it ever been over a dollar before? See, these are things that are important. I'm rushing to judgment. Um, has it been over a dollar before? It has. It's actually doing really bad. So I want to know what would make this go from 35 cents to a dollar. Um, Max my sell again. Uh, some of the most resistant. Okay. Genprex reports positive preclinical data for the treatment of some of the most resistant metastatic lung cancers. That's almost Ameren like. Okay. Ameren was a $2 stock, $1 stock. Okay. This is a penny stock, even though technically anything under $5 is a penny stock. But that is some good news. Okay. And the biotech kicks seem to be working lately. Look what happened yesterday to KRTX. They came out with a new schizo drug. Um, Let me see something. All right, just letting a few groups know I'm live. And all right, where were we? All right. Okay, so re- report reports positive. Okay, so there's no FDA phase 2, phase 3, anti-PD1. Okay, it's reporting good news. So that dollar mark is very important. And entry point $1.01, right? Stop loss. Let's look for if there's any kind of support in there. Seems to be around 75. I would hate for you to get in at 101 with a 75 support. That's a 25% loss. I would say you just do a cold stop. Like if it breaks that dollar, I would give yourself 5 cents. Give yourself give yourself until 89. It's a 10%, but I think that's where it seems to be kind of showing some support. And well, we'll see. This is all if. Target is either 105, 110, 120. All right, sent that alert out. And it's 9 o'clock. I'm actually late. Let me call Tony Hedges. I'm gonna pop up the scanner real quick. Let's see if we see anything. Meanwhile, if you notice anything or if you like anything, please go ahead. Ooh, Tough Built is moving up, huh? If you see anything, MTCO, I love that volume. But I spoke to Tony earlier. I already know that he has this one picked, so I'm not gonna say anything about that one. Oh my God, MYOV, 2 million in volume. What's the float? The float on MYOV is 87 million. So are we at 10% of the float yet? Not no, we're not even at 10% of the float. So it looks like a lot, but still, MYOV is one that needs to be added for sure. Disney, I don't want to get rid of you though. All right, MYOV. I'll put Disney over here. Roku is another thing to keep an eye on today. There's a report that came out. All they did was pay that company, which is supposed to help them create revenue, which is a good thing. They did a really smart takeover. Um, and they paid him in shares at 120 a share. But I only think a lot of people think that, oh, they only think their company's worth 120. That's why they did that. No, the real reason they do that is in negotiations. The company is going to say your stock is at peak right now. It's going to come down. We know you IPO'd at $20 a share. You got to give us a fair share price. You know what I'm saying? They got to be making money on the deal too. If the stock turns around tomorrow, what are they screwed? So they got to have a little bit of insurance, and that's why all deals they always get usually a lower price. You will never see it price for price. It's usually $5 lower. It's a little impressive that it's almost like $40 lower, but still. All right, let's get Tony on the line. Let's keep an eye on that. MYOV. Ooh, MYOV. I got to talk to him about that one. Uh, I'm going to take a quick look at MYOV just before I call him. All right, MYOV is highly extended, super extended. The stock sucks. It's in a terrible downtrend. And it's way above the pivots. Highly extended, highly extended. I would buy this at a pullback to 6 or even 8. MYOV. Okay. Actually, a good purchase price for this is $9.63. Create alert. I don't want to know when it hits. I want to know before it hits. 963. That is, see how there's that support there? Hopefully it pulls back down to that support there. And see, I even knew there was a support there before I looked because I'm looking at indicators that tell me where the supports would be. Looks like it broke through but came right up. Basically, this is the main support line. I'm hoping it pulls back down to this support line. That is a great entry, 975 or 963. And let me add that to the thing. OV 975. I call them limit orders. Like my entry is the 975 limit order. He says bid, but it literally means the same thing. The professional term is bid. You put your bid where you want to. Anyway, I'm not gonna even worry about MYOB. What was that low price it was at? It was like 860. I just say 860, whatever. Target is over that. It would be 1230, and then let's go. That's my pick of the day, but I'm not gonna put that. All right, let's go ahead. Let's call Tony. Everybody, real quick, let me do a voice check. Voice check. Anybody watching, is my voice coming in good? Please put a message here in the comment section. If it's not coming in good, then say it's not. And especially when Tony comes on, please let me know if it's coming in good or not. But we have amazing picks today. I'm super excited because I know we're going to make money. But listen, I've been super excited before and I overcompensate and I go too heavy and I do stupid things. Take it easy. Remember, we are speculators, not traders. All right? So our job is to watch, not to do anything else. Voice is good. Voice is good. All right. So when Tony comes on, please let me know as well. Thank you so much, Darlene, um, Natasha, Lynn, Wallace. Thank you guys. Venacity. What I was gonna try to say your voice. I said it right. Said it good, right? All right. I don't know his number by heart. I have to dial it. Let me make sure. Um, Desktop audio is on. All right. excited for today. There's a lot of good picks out there, man. A lot of stuff up over 15. All right, software update for you guys who own iPhones. Did you all just get that? Did we all get it at the same time? Um, Come on, man. This is taking freaking way too long. All right, so let's go. I got them. Uh-oh. I just hung up on him. He's probably like, what the frick? All right. See? Then it drops down.
Hello, good morning, folks.
Good morning, Tony. You are live. We are live right now. I'm just gonna
Uh,
do a quick sound check of your voice. Guys, uh, Tony, you can speak as normal. I'm gonna just do a sound check.
okay, folks. Anyway, today's going to be another spectacular day, guys. It's going to be an amazing day today, just like yesterday. We have about three of them today. We had three yesterday. We have another three today. Today we're looking at my favorite one today is obviously it's going to be one of the best ones because it's affordable to everybody in the group. It's a CYAD. That stock is $10. I expect it to go to $15 on the day, from 10 to 15. A bit very big range on the stock, and an amazing stock. CYAD.
Okay,
My entry level on the
CYAD.
stock. My
Yeah.
entry level is 10.75, 10.85, $11, 10.55, 10.65. Whatever you want to enter, you enter it. Anywhere from that range is an enter. 10.75, 10.85, $11. It's going to $15, folks. That's one of the stocks. The second one I got is MDCO, Mary Dominic Charles O, Ontario. That one there, I would buy it on the open at $75. For those who could afford it, buy 300 shares. The stock can easily go up 10 points. It's a $75 stock. It's the same situation, same chart pattern as that KRTX as yesterday. And my third stock is CRMT. Looking to buy it at about $100. Can actually go to 105 to 110. Anywhere from $100. Catch the first range to 105. That's my third pick of the day.
Okay, so let's one more time. Can you give me the three straight? Because I'm putting them on a new graph.
Okay, my favorite one is CYAD. Affordability for every
CYAD. You think?
$10 stock, 10.75, 10.85.
Okay, second.
Um, CRMT, Charlie, Mary, Robert, Tom. No, Charlie, Robert, Mary, Tom. CRMT.
Got it.
And my third one is MDCO, Mary, Dominic, Charles, O.
Okay.
MDCO.
All right. So we got CYAD, CRMT, and MDCO. Um, Guys, how's his volume? Can you hear his voice okay? As long as I'm not on the line screaming like I normally do. Um, Teabag, Darlene, anyone? I think there's a
Did
delay.
anybody? Did
Oh,
anybody?
there's a 20-second delay. That's why. But what happened?
Did anybody had that EIDX? Because I left off of when you entered EIDX, and I said the hold it's going to complete its chart pattern. It's going to complete its range. EIDX yesterday.
Oh
Basically
yeah,
purchased it at 50.69. You could have bought it at 49.70, 50.70, 50.69, anywhere in there. It hit $55, folks, yesterday.
yeah. It did hit 55. They said your voice is decent, so
Okay.
that's good.
Um,
I need your voice decent. I'm gonna let you do most of the talking, but here's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put tell me out of CYAD, CRMT, MDCO. I'm about to put in my bids on all of that. And we explained yesterday, we have some new people here. We have about double as many people as we did yesterday. So explain to the people what that means to put a bid. It's essentially just a limit order, right?
yes, yes. It's a limit order of like, just get in on the put a bid on there. You get filled on the bid, and then then you just got to manage your position, based on the criteria that I told you, the range. Um, what today's stock's a little bit. It's not really a bid play. It's going in. That's why you need to have a level two when you trade stocks. Level two is it's a trading platform. Every brokerage firm offers it, and it's all ECNs. You just click on the right side on the price and send the order, and you should get filled instantaneously.
Yeah.
Today, that's one of those days. Today is a day where you just fill instant on instantaneously. You just click on the offer, send the order, and get filled. Now, CYAD, you buy it on the open. I don't like to push market order because you might get filled 50 to 75 cents when the stock starts going up. You want to have the technology where you click on that price, you send it, you get filled on that price. Very simple, very easy, keep it simple method. So I'm giving you the opening prices today. You could just put in those bids. For those who don't have a level two, I highly recommend trading off a level two. It's the only way. It's a fast execution platform.
Yes. See, this
And
is a level two here, guys, right on my thing. Now, notice I have it set up with auto send. So let's say I see a bid at 1537 or at that's too high, at 155 flat, and I like that bid. I could just click that bid, hit confirm and send, and then it'll fill my order. That's simple. Like, so you can use the level two to watch and see what orders are coming in and how much people are buying. Like here, you can see there's some heavy selling going on, and you can also use it as a trading tool. So, level two is very, very important. Didn't you work for the guys that made level two or something like
oh
that?
yeah, I initially worked for Harvey Halkin. He was the Souls bandit. He actually created this whole platform. He also had his own ECN. This is like old stuff that people won't understand. That it was back in '97. This was.
Yeah.
Um. Anyway, that's level two. Level two is very important in trading. You need it. It's just no way out. It's an awesome platform. Every brokerage firm offers it, and it's free. You have money in your account. They offer you free. Also recommend a margin account where you put 25,000 in your account and you get 4-to-1 leverage. Like I mentioned yesterday, you don't pay no interest, no nothing. You get to keep 100% of the profits, and it's called the tier three, where you get margin, you get the platform, you get everything for free. It doesn't cost nothing. That's the beauty of the business. Once again, you get to use their money plus your money, make money, and keep 100% of it with no interest charge. You go to the bank, you get a loan. That loan costs you 2.5 times after 30 years when you pay it back. This is a beautiful business, and it's very simple once you get the hang of it. Like today, We're looking at all these stocks. That CYAD, I really, really like it today. I think it could pull back to like 1075,
Okay.
whatever,
So let's
1065.
practice putting in. I'm gonna show them real quick the concept of putting in an order um using the level twos at 1075 if
Correct.
there is a bid at 1075 here. All right, they got 1081, so that 1081 is close enough. So simply all I have to do is change this to extended or good till cancel extended because we're in the extended hours. Should I put it in now? I could put it in now, 1075, right? Oh no, you know what I'll do? I'll leave it at day because we're hoping it pulls back at the open to 1075, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna leave it at day, and I'm just gonna put in the bid. Why isn't it working? Oh, okay. I know why. CYAD. CYAD.
If CYAD opens at $11, I recommend people to buy it also at $11 because not necessarily it could go to 1075. I think the stock is ready to just take off. And like I said, like the buy, average into the position so you get filled because you're in that range where the stock has to complete its range, and
Okay.
the opening on this is extremely, it's amazing, So I recommend it like to buy at 11, buy 1075. You have to be very creative in trading. There's a lot of different entries. You don't want to miss a trade. You want to be in it. You follow
So
me?
I could do this as an entry, right? I could do a limit order. I'll take 1081 on the ARCA. 1081 on the ARCA limit. I don't know why it's not working now. It was just working a second ago. Whatever. I'll
Right.
just do it this way. I'll go 1075, right click, buy. Okay. So now I have an order in at 1075. And you said even if it takes off. So the high is 1102. So let's say that this is a breakout play. I want to catch that as well. Something I can do is I can change my limit order, make it a stop order, and I can put it at 1103 in case it
Right.
breaks
Or you
out.
could actually physically what you can do is also put an 1101 bid before the market opens. You will get filled underneath that if it's not 11. You will get the best price because you're the first in line. So you'll probably get like 1095, 1090, 1080. You follow me? You will
See?
get the best fill.
I didn't even
Yes,
know that. I usually do
as a
stop
on the
orders. All right.
absolutely.
So I'll do 1101. I can see a lot of orders here at 1101, and that's
Right.
crazy.
You're not gonna get filled. You're not gonna get filled at 1101
No, it's going to be a
or
little below it if it.
right. You're gonna get the best fill because you're the first in line. Because you want to pay higher, they give it to you cheaper.
Got it. All right, so
And the
let
same
me.
thing. Only on the sell side it doesn't work that way. On the sell side, sell it, um, if you sell it cheaper, more or less, they always fill you at that price, even though it goes higher. But on the buy side, they actually could fill you cheaper.
All right, so I got
Yeah.
that in.
That's not important right now. The way we are, it's not really important. All you got to do is just buy it at all the prices I gave you. That 1085. Like I said, the level two. Just click on the right side, send the order, you'll get filled. In. That's it. Like I said, the stock can easily go down to 1065, maybe or maybe not. But if it gets there, it's going to bounce right up to 1085, 1090, and just take off. So we got CYAD right now that I like.
All right, so CYAD, I'm positioned in. Do you have a second to look at a couple other
Yes.
things we were looking at?
Okay. I'm
We
looking
were.
at MDCO at 74.68 to 74.70. You have to be very careful of that. It has to open at 75 for you to get in. If it opens at 75, just get in on the market. Once again, not a market order. Click on the right side at 75, send the order, you'll get filled. Right now, it's below 75. We are not really focused on that one yet
Why?
because
We
that one
only
there,
wanted it above 75.
75, correct. It's got to open at 75. That's in the range of the range that I'm looking at.
Okay.
So, so we're going to keep that on our watch. But CYAD is my favorite play right now, as we see. Now that
Okay.
CRMT, I believe at $98, 98.50, it's also a great buy.
Okay.
because this stock could actually go to 103, 104, from 98 to 103 to 104. So I would put a 98.50 bid, 98.60 bid on that one.
60. Okay.
Yes, 98.50, 98.60 bid on CRMT.
All right. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go do a buy edit, and we're gonna go 98, 60, and tab, and we'll get 300 shares.
Absolutely, 98.50, 98.60. I think the stock's going to open there, and I think it's a very good play at 98.50, 98.60 CRMT. I think the stock goes to 103, 104. And like I said, if it opened at 100, it will go to 110, but that's not the situation right now. 98 is still a great entry on the stock, and I think I go to 103, 104. It can actually go maybe 105. It could break the 52-week high of 104. So we
Okay.
got CYAD,
Go ahead.
CYAD, and hold on one second. I'm just looking at my screen here. I always look.
Let's get the buy order ready on MDCO, because it MDCO looks amazing on the scanners. We were looking at it on the scanners in terms of float, in terms of volume, in terms of all that. MDCO looks amazing. So I'm gonna have that order ready at 75 in case it breaks it.
Right. Most likely, it's not going to right now.
Really, at
Right. I think the
75? It's
yes.
only go ahead.
Let's just. I can't tell if it is or isn't because it won't bleep up. But by looking at the bids and offers, it's not really filling at 75. It might open at 72, 71, 74,
So it's a
73.
pullback play would be even better, no? Or is it out of the range if it goes to a pullback play?
I if we are focused on the way I trade is if I'm focused on CYAD and I have a big position CYAD and CRNT, I'm hands off that one. I'm hands off that one. You know, I trade like a journeyman, as they say in the union, but also I don't try to put myself in three positions all at once unless I'm out of one. So I'm not focused on the bid on MBCO as of yet. I have to see the action when that happens at that time. Right now, the action is at the opening price. It's $1 off from my opening price, so I'm letting it go. But I have it in back of my head to go back and look at it to see where I'm going to enter on the bid.
Okay.
A good bid on that will probably be about 71,
Oh,
roughly.
really? A nice
Roughly,
bid would
yes.
be 71.
Yes, but right now we are not focused on that. We are focused basically on CRNT and CYAD right now. Those are
Hey,
the
can
two
can you check
that.
these out real quick? Because we got 5 minutes before the open. Um, it's just a couple stocks here. Uh, hold on one second.
Let me just see the CYAD here one more time. CYAD. Hold on one second, folks.
CYAD is almost at 1075. It looks like.
Okay.
I want you to look
Yes.
at this one really bad. So please take a look.
Okay. CYAD. We're looking at it right now. IMDCO just sold off to 74. I'm not too crazy about it. And the CRMT still loved his 98.50, 98.60 bid.
Look at this one real quick. MYOV. We only have 3 minutes till the open. I was hoping this
MY.
would pull back to 975, but that's like the top of the range, or the bottom of the range.
MY. What is it? MYO what?
MYOV.
B like boy?
No, Victor. Michael
Oh,
Yankee Oscar Victor.
okay. Hold on one second. Where's it trading at right now, as a matter of fact?
It's opened at 6. It's now at 13. It's taken off like crazy.
MYOV. Hold on one second here. Hold on one second here.
Bottom of the range was
Oh, God.
963. This thing is crazy. And they're up for a good reason too. They got a drug that gets rid of lung cancer. Fuck schizophrenia, right? Excuse my language. Sorry, ladies.
13, it's got to open at 15. If it opens at 15, the stock will go to 20, 25.
Yeah,
It's got to open at 15, absolutely. 13 is not good.
it's
It's got
super
to open at 15.
overextended, but you know this one is gonna rip at the gate. Like this is
Well, it's got to open at 15. If it opens at 15, the stock goes. But once again, I'm not interested with CYAD, MDCO. Let's look at these. Hold on one second.
all right. CYAD dropped down to 10, 14. I should pick up shares at that price, no? Or is that too low?
Right now, CRMT is the focus. CYAD. Hold
It,
on one second here.
I'm gonna pick up some shares at this price.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a screaming buy on the market.
Screaming buy, right? It's right at its
Absolutely.
support too. It's got if you follow the line, it goes back to a previous support, so it should bounce from this level.
MBCO. So CRMT, we still got the 9850 bid. CYAD, if the cross is 1060, just get in on it.
Okay. All right. 30 seconds to the open, 50 seconds less than that. The market is opening now if you're watching us
Yeah.
on
I'm in
YouTube.
CYA. I'm getting in CYAD as the market opens.
Okay, right at the turn of the open.
Yes, on the open, I'm getting in CYAD.
Damn, that hurt my ears. Okay. All right.
50.
All right. I'm buying market on CYAD. What do you mean it's not letting me buy? Oh, they buy. Trying to buy it at market. It's not filling. CYAD is at or above 1075. Wow, look at MYOV. Check out MYOV. It just
Mm-hmm.
it hit 1460. You said above 15 is the entry?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in CYAD, folks. I'm in
Alright,
CYAD.
I'm in CYAD as well. Alright, well I got filled on all my orders here. Um MDCO. You're only in CYAD right now, that's it?
I'm in CYAD and waiting for development right now. CYAD. MBCO never opened at 75, so it sold off. But I'm in CYAD right now.
Okay.
CYAD breaks 1075. I'm loading the boat on CYAD. I'm unloading the boat on it.
Okay.
CRMT. You should be in CRMT also.
CRMT.
Yes.
I do believe I am in that. Yeah. The only
I
thing
got
I'm
filled at
not in
9850.
is
I got
MDCO.
9850. I got filled at 9850 on CRMT. I think the stock can go to 104.
What about MDCO? Do you think it'll pop back up or it's done?
No, I don't know about that one. I'm not focused on that one right now. Right now, I'm in CYAD and I'm in CRMT at 98.50. And MBCO, as you saw, sold off. We never got in that one.
Wow. Okay. MYOV is at 15 now. It's at 15. It's taken off like crazy. It's at 1586. MYOV. It's at $16. Unbelievable. It's at 1648. That was it. That was freaking amazing.
Still waiting for the CYAD. The bid's coming up here. Just added more CYAD at 45 cents. I just loaded the boat at 45 cents on CYAD.
Okay. CYAD.
Yes.
I'm wondering if this is just gonna pop and dump this MYOV.
I'm in CYAD and CRMT.
That's what I'm in too. I'm in both of those.
If the CYAD breaks 1075, folks, load them up. Load them up. MDCO, a 71 bid. I called it before the open. 71 bid. Never got in, though.
71 bid. You think that's a good entry there?
Bought more CYAD. Bought more CYAD. MDCO, 72.27, 73.30.
Kidding me. Can't get this thing filled, man.
What, CYAD?
Unbelievable. No, no. Son of a cocksucker, man.
CYAD, folks. CYAD. Wow.
CYAD.
Money.
I like the dip here on Roku, and then the pop up. It's been doing that every day for the last 2 weeks. Oh, CRMT. What happened? Wow. Look at Roku moving. Let me check real quick. What am I? I am down slightly in CYAD, kind of flat in CRMT. I think my thing is frozen. What is CRMT at
Yeah.
on your
No,
thing?
my thing is frozen. My whole thing is frozen here.
Interesting.
Hold on 1 second.
Look at this Roku movement. It does the same thing every morning, guys. Pulls back and then shoots up. I was trying to get this one at like 270, and then I had to freaking settle at 335. It moved that quick, and the prices just shot up. MYOV was just a big pump and dump. Maybe, maybe not. It might turn around. It might keep going up.
I'm taking some MDCO right here. MDCO.
I agree. I was thinking the same thing. MDCO. Let me check it out. I'm going to show people how to do options on that. That's like a pullback play you can do with options. Um, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, I almost had the best fill ever.
MDCO can actually break 74, go to 75, I think.
Look at frickin' Roku's just like killing it right now. But so on MDCO, let's say you don't want to spend $71 a share and you just want to go to options, you could simply go to MDCO, right on the options chain, go to this month, and go down at the bottom. See if you can't get it filled at 160, 170. Get 10 of them. Screw it. They're cheap as hell. Boom, you're in. Now, if this thing reverses, you're going to make a fortune. And I didn't have to spend a lot of money for that either.
Still having that CYAD. I don't know what that 950 print was there, but it printed like that was a misprint, that 950.
What do you mean?
I have no idea where that 950 came in, the low on CYAD.
I'm looking at something. The markets are, in generally, they're headed down right now. Generally, the markets are going down. What time is it? It's only 9:40. And okay, I like that little pullback there on Roku.
What the hell is this chart here?
55. Okay, I have a buy there. Let me get a cheap, cheap, cheap one. All right. What's that noise in your background? Can you buffer that out?
Yeah.
CRMT. People are asking what's a stop loss on CRMT. I think it's a hold. You don't sell
Yes.
this yet. Hold.
I'm holding that one because I think it bounced off my band here.
I agree. CRM. This is not the time you want to sell it. You kick yourself later. All right. We're driving Cadillacs in our dreams. We can all hear it. We all know you like. What's her name? I don't even remember her name. But I do remember the butt implants. Anyway, what's her name, man? Royals song. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the other one. Not Lord. Who am I thinking of that got the button plants? Anyway, it's not important. So quick how it reverses. It's a nice entry, I would say. Tone, you got to turn that radio off, man.
All right.
See, only I can play stuff loud and no one can hear it. Like I got a TV blaring next to me, but I got the noise canceling what is it? Noise canceling headphones. I got to give you a pair. I got extra. But MDCO looks like it's going to break 70. I don't think so. I think it'll bounce on 70. All right, what the heck is going on here? I like that move on MYOV. See the little pop there, that little pivot? I would say I would go for a buy here. Trade, maximize sell, buy, market. Right here, 14 bucks. 14, 12. Actually, no, you're never supposed to buy on evens, right? This really
No.
the place to buy this would have been over 15. So I'm probably gonna lose money on this one, so I wouldn't follow this one. I don't know. Trade, trade, trade. All right, so CRMT is starting to pivot. The market is dumping hard today. That's what's causing all this resistance. These stocks should be going up, but I think the market, maybe a good play today might be UVXY, something like that. Being interesting. Kind of insurance. This is a waiting game. All right, looks like the Dow is starting to pivot. Everything else is just going down. Remember, between 9:45 and 10:10 a.m. is usually when the market reverses to a certain direction. UVXY. All right, I like that. UVXY. Well, it could pivot to the downside. Spy 10 of these. Go ahead, confirm. Just because the market's looking a little crappy right now. You could see right here. You got the Dow is just really dumping. The SPY, SBY is really tanking. Everything is tanking. The VIX is it's at 1250. It's not a threat at all. It's normal range. The tick was actually in positive territory when this market was dumping. Now the tick is officially in negative territory. Actually, it's positive now. We may see a reversal right here. It's possible. A reversal would be more beneficial than anything. And it is between 9:45 and 10:10. Most likely time to see a reversal. Trying to identify a channel.
Still waiting on the CYAD.
CYAD. This is going to be one of them ones that takes all day. We know that. Like it's going to be maybe it should pop a little this morning, but it'll totally mature by the end of the day. But CRMT is coming back. Um,
The problem with CRMT, it opened at below the range of the chart, which was $100. It opened at 99 and change. That's why the sell-off was a little vicious.
yeah,
Like it was the same situation as MBCO. Should never been bought because it didn't open above that range.
got you.
So the sell-off was a little bit vicious. But that CYAD, I'm still in CYAD. Um, big range on CYAD. So I'm still waiting on CYAD.
Market
I'd
is.
actually will add a lot more CYAD if it breaks 1050 on the day. That one there would have added a lot more.
Wait, you'll add if it breaks 1050?
Absolutely. CYAD,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
The only thing that has a 950 print, I don't understand where that came from, that 950 print. That makes no sense, 950 print. The low of the day shows 950. I don't know if that was a late sell, Simon sell share, or that's a print from yesterday, registered today. Because sometimes that's what they do.
Yeah, no, one of the
But that
candles
cannot,
go down to 950. I don't know why.
yeah,
They
it cannot be today's trade. It cannot be a today's trade.
no,
It can't. It cannot be today's trade.
it would be impossible.
It's impossible.
It's just
But that
you
was
see
today's
that stuff
trade.
happens all the time in the market. Sometimes you'll be watching the market and all of a sudden you'll see a
Yeah,
candle
but that stops
skyrocket.
the momentum of the of the range of the chart, which you know,
What do you mean it stops the momentum of the range of the chart?
well, people see that and then they don't, they don't. The range wasn't there, but maybe this will. We got to watch it break 1050. Once it breaks 1050, the stock should go. CYAD. I was involved in a stock like this a couple of weeks ago, CLVS. Remember that at $4? It was at $4 all day. And then the next day it went to $7. Remember I called $6?
Yeah,
CLVS, and then the next day it went to. If you look at the chart, that one day I called it at $4. I told you it was going to $6, and didn't do anything the whole day. And then all of a sudden the next day it goes to $7.
that's what I said.
Sometimes these small stocks, that's what they do. I still got faith in the CYAD. I'm still in it, and
Today's a shitty day. Today's just a slow day.
Well, it's a slow day. We just got to wait for the CYAD because I still think it's going to go. And like I said, MDCO, I took a little loss on that one because I just wanted to play a little bounce, and it didn't work out, so I just got out of that one. I lost like 60 cents on that one, which I won't touch that anymore. I'm still in CYAD and CRMT, which
Wow,
I'm losing a
Rover's
little bit on.
tanking. Yeah, that might be your point to buy. Let me see.
Everything just froze. Everything froze.
Yeah, that was really odd. I don't know where that came from, why that happened.
I have no idea what CYMD just froze like this.
MDCO, you see that?
Yeah,
Coming
it's coming
back
up
up.
by much. I'm not touching MDCO because I don't know. There's no strength on that.
47.50.
I'm not
Okay,
letting the CYAD escape from me. I'm still in CYAD. I
right.
don't care what it's going. This thing will go up. This thing.
MYOV, MDCO. MDCO options are now. Are these the options? Down 107. MDCO's got no strength. You're right on that. And it's just getting a little crazy here, man. Okay, market looks like it's pivoting to the upside. At least the Dow is. Dow's not that important. The S&P made a little pivot to the upside. Come on, it's ridiculous here. Ridiculous. Look at UVXY starting to take off. Stocks like TVIX and UVXY are very hot right now, probably. Let's see. TVIX is going down. So is UVXY. I'm gonna see this real quick. Wow, TVIX is only $7. I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's go ahead. Let's take a
CYAD. You watching? Are you watching the CYAD?
yeah, I'm on it. Let me see.
Okay.
Let's see, 704.
I took a little more MDCO. I mean, don't do like I'm CYAD, fully bullish on CYAD. CRMT, it opened at a lower price than $100. We sold off. We can stay with it, stick with it. I think it goes back to $97 at least. But the CYAD, I have no idea why it's just stalled out here. This stock should be going up.
Uh, I'm shaking right now. I'm down so much. I'm freaking. You can't.
MDCO, I took a little bit. I got my money back on MDCO right now as we spoke, and I'm still holding. I think it hit $72. This stock.
Bagwell,
Technically,
I took that message off because you made a good point. But yeah. So, but what'd you just say before 2 seconds ago, Tone?
what MDCO?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made some money back on that one.
Yeah. Oh, so you got in that one.
Yeah, I got in and I got out. Yeah, just took the money I lost on it back.
Well, here's the options. I bought options on that to show people how to buy options on the pullback, and they're up $11. This needs to go up a little more. This needs to go up another like.
The fuck. What happened with this CRMT? It opened below $100. That's why we got like shit on that one. You know.
So, officially, what do we do with this one? CRMT. People want to know.
We're gonna hold it for a little bit. We're gonna hold it for a little bit.
All right, so we're gonna hold. CRMT is on hold. MDCO is a great buy if you bought it at this pivot here where I bought the options at. You can look now; those options are up $100. So this is a great pullback play. These are my favorite plays. Whenever um, I hear what Tony's playing for the day, I always look for his like biggest pullback plays, like anything that's gonna go down like 3 points or 4 points before he gets in, because I know if it's got to go down 4 points before he gets in, it's gonna go up at least 5, 10 points, and that's the perfect point to get in. I see what happened there. Yeah, yeah. What time did you get in your car, Tony? Like 9:30, right when the market opened?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
did?
that CRMT is a motherfucker because that opened up at 99, below 100, it just sold off. If it opened at 100, it would have went to 105. That was the problem with that. The CYAD has no reason for it to go down. CYAD will go up. CYAD.
CYAD will, yeah, will definitely go up. I think there's a big chop in my video. I think when you were playing that music, it copyright and it cut it out. So there's gonna be a big chunk of this video missing. But the people here
All right,
got to see it, so that's what's most important. But in the replay, like if there's music playing in the background, they'll cut your video because you're playing it without copy. It's copyrighted music. I've done it before. I've
oh,
like
really?
played music to like do an intro or something, and they cut my whole video. YouTube looks like they just cut out a chunk. I'll show you a picture. They cut out a chunk of the video, and that must have been when you had the music playing. There goes CYAD. Look at
I
CYAD.
told you. Are you back on with them?
Yeah. We're still on. We've always been on, but we lost a chunk of the video. That's all. All right, yeah. So that's
Okay.
crazy. CYAD. So add here because it's at 1050. Oh, 1046.
Well, let's see the 1050 bid come into play.
All right. MDCO is killing it. Those
I told
options
you
are
back to
now
72. I told you it's going to go back to 72.
on the day. CRMT, CYAD. I'm actually up on CYAD. C MDCO, MYOV. I'm up. So what's up with MYOV? How am I up? I bought some shares at 1423. They're now at 1476. MDCO is hitting resistance at the VWAP. UVXY is
Yeah.
taking off, which means the market's dumping.
That CYAD, I have no idea why this thing, like, it just, I'm telling you, that print scared the people. That 950 print was the scare of the people. I'm still in it. I'm still in it. I'm holding it. I can't control if it's not a day trade. I will be in it overnight. I think the stock definitely goes to $15 within days. If not today.
So that's a swing then. All right. MCYA swing. Does anybody have any questions? Questions I got so far. Are you out of MDCO and
Yeah,
CRMT?
I'm not out of CRMT. I'm in CRMT. I only took a little of that, but I'm very heavy in CYAD, as I said.
Okay. So he's very heavy CYAD. He's out of MDCO and he's still waiting on CRMT. Um,
Yeah.
CLVS we called earlier, right? Did we not? Oh yeah, you did. You gave me those earlier and I sent them out on the text alert. I didn't even look at
Well,
CLVS.
CLVS had to open at $8. Once again, the opening is key to the whole business. We messed up on that CL and that CRMT opened below 100. Should have been hands off of that. That's an error on my part. But you know what? I think it comes back to at least 95, 97, 90, by 96, 97. You'll lose money on it, but you should make it back in CYAD. CYAD should go up. CYAD.
CYAD is gonna go up. I can tell. I can tell by these. You play these kind of stocks all the time, and they always come through. They're more low volume, low key, but they go in a general direction, and that is up. Um, the market, it's the MDCO is at a very pivotal point here. If it can break through, 72, looks like 30, it'll be north of the VWAP and will continue to go up. The market is going down hard, so it was a smart call to buy some TVIX, some UVXY calls. Make sure you get the UVXY calls, you know, and not the stock. You get better return on your investment that way. Does anybody got anything they want us to look at? Anything they're in? I mean, you pretty much know what we're in, what I'm looking at, what I'm in. Um, Now keep in mind, I have my regular account right here to the left, and I trade that over here, and then this is my sim account because sometimes when I trade with Tony, he he has a lot of stocks, and it's more than I can handle with my capital. Um, like I'm not trying to put Tony's your business out there, Tony, but he trades, heavy shares, heavy. Sometimes what we got 8 stocks a day. You know what I mean? But you got great comments. People say Tony is good. Uh, you know, MYOV is over 15. What other comments we got? What's the plan on CRMT? Sean Higgins wants to know.
Still in CRMT, waiting for it to pull up.
CRM CYAD is CMRT is gonna pull up. Looks like it's gonna do it right here. There you go. This is a good spot if you wanted to. You could go here, CRMT, right? And you can go ahead and you can get these for what? Two? Yeah, I'll take it. So if it goes back into 100, you'll be looking at 310, 500. So you can make a nice gain on that. So let's see what happens with that. I'm betting on everything that he's saying because
That's
90% of the time he's right.
CYAD. Still in CYAD. I think the stock's going to pick up volume. I think it's going to break out. We're already trying to break out the high of the day.
We're only 38 cents from the high of the day, or 42 cents. We're gonna break out. That's gonna break over the highs of the day. It's just gonna take some time.
Which one?
CYAD. And now CRMT is going back to 96. MDCO looks like it's pivoting back. No, it's flat. You can hold MDCO if you're in it. If you
We
got
just
in,
got the bid on. We just got the bid on CYAD. The 60 should be 70 now, 80. Hopefully, we got 43 by 60.
are you're talking about the level twos. 43
Yeah.
by 60. See what he's talking about? Oh, I just now my thing works. All right. So I just bought more shares of that. Um, and then you can put the bid, and it filled the bid to 51, the 40,
Hello.
43 by 60. Um, here's one thing I honestly never
There you go. 47, 47, 73. Here we go.
47.73.
48.73. CYAD.
Oh, 48.73 on the bid ask. Yeah, okay. So now the ask, there's a 73 here, 75 right under it. Tony, you taught me the best one to look at was the ARCA. So I see the 75, I see the 48. This is very likely going to pop. You got 10 versus about 5. You got 6. You got 10 to 6 on the 48, right? If you look at the bid amounts.
Yeah, 5 and 10. You got 500 as opposed to 100. You got more in the bid than the ask,
Yeah.
which is bullish.
Now, one thing I don't understand, you know how at the very top it says bid ask and then it says 5-1? It,
Yeah,
now,
it's 500, 500, 100.
now is that so that's taking the best though, because there's obviously more than 500 bids altogether. That's just taking the
Yeah, well,
best.
the market makers will hide because if they show like a bigger bid, the stock will just rip. They're not showing a bigger bid here. They now the 70 got printed at 73 ask. The 48 should be 55.60 right now.
We're at 1070
Right.
right now on a
Yeah.
CYAD hit 1070.
I got a lot of the stock here, CYAD. A real lot. The other one I have, pretty much amount, but this one here I have a lot.
I'm
I
adding.
really like this one. I like this one a lot. I like the range on it. I love the range on the stock. Just that sometimes this happens with a low price stock. It happens.
Yeah, I just added a
Might have to,
boatload.
might have to hold it overnight. But you know what? Maybe if it goes up to like 11.50 and you got a couple of thousand shares, just take your money off the table at the end of the day. Because it could get 11.50 the way it looks like it's going.
Somehow we are positive, and I don't know how that is. Well, I'm up 905 on the day. Oh, that changed really quick. Um, I don't know what's adding this. Uh, what's this big MYOV? Oh, MYOV just hit 1563. That was that
Mm-hmm.
first one we were looking at, remember? Or the last one we were looking at, I should say. MYOV just hit 1563, and I'm in that pretty heavy too. So let me see. Active trader. I got 1,000 shares. I think it's gonna break over the highs again, so I'm gonna buy some more shares. Ooh, I didn't mean to buy 2,000 more shares. I meant to buy 1,000. That's
It's
gonna
from MYOV.
MYOV. Yeah. I was looking at options. It does have options, but the options chain is all messed up. You don't want to buy options in this one. You'll get screwed. Now Roku's back into the 150s. I think that's why I'm going up. And now I'm negative. I'm all over the place. I got high volume. I tried to match what you have, but it doesn't even let me match what you have. The most you could put in a simulated account is 300,000. All right, come on. Roku market going down. Ooh, the market just pivoted. So the market's going up, but that's good. That's good. I make more with the market going up than I do with it going down, even with my TVIX and UVXY things. I, all right, it pivoted before 10:10. So I want you to notice that, guys. The market pivoted at what time? At what time? 10:10. 10:10. Remember that. The market will usually reverse between 9:45 and 10:10. Okay, so now that that's happened, I have no need for this UVXY. I'm going to sell it. Hopefully I get 203 for it. All right. I don't have no need for this TVIX. I'm going to sell it. And that's it. Market is in an uptrend. It's bringing Roku up. Very good. I like Roku at this nice low price. If Roku breaks this VWAP here, this 151, I'm going to put in a stop buy order at 152. Because if it breaks over into the 152s, we're going back towards 154, and that's profit territory. So, maximize sell. Yeah, Sean, the charts have been getting frozen. Okay, here we go. It looks like we're about to break the VWAP. Ooh, and we're hitting some resistance. Um, and let me put a trade order in. Auto send.
Anybody watching? Anybody watching that KRTX? Back to $98. Oh my God.
Back to what?
$98.
It's back to $98.
Yeah.
I was gonna short that thing today. I was gonna buy puts on it, but it's back up. Good thing I didn't. Wow. That's gonna go to 120, 130, maybe.
Broke the high today, KRTX.
Broke the high of the day. Yup, just hit 102. All right. Roku just broke over the VWAP, so people, you could breathe again. We're good. We're good. As long as we're over the VWAP, we're okay. The market is continuing that reversal. Oh no, it's popping back down. The Nasdaq is still going up, which is all I care about as of right now. But there goes Roku taking off. Woo! That was a save. I was down a lot. I should have saved. See, instead of going, yeah, let me just show my account. Let me see here. Instead of going, see, it's too big because the monitor to the right's too big, so I have to give me a second to full size it. Yeah. See, instead of what I should have done is when we were at that low 148, I should have bought more Roku. options, but instead I bought UVXY because I was like, okay, this looks like a tank, but that was a bad call on my part. I should have went with my initial instinct. Don't they say something about that? Go with your initial instinct, Tone. Like go with your first, or no? But you don't play with instinct. You only play with charts, charts. Anytime Tony's got a stock and it does really well, and I'm like, holy crap, how the hell did you know that that was gonna do that? He's like, charts.
Still waiting on the CYAD, CRMT, fucked up.
CYAD is looking good. Uh, MYOV is now going down, even though I added shares. There you go. Sean, how much did you get in? Uh, I meant to buy 10 shares of CMRT, accidentally bought 100. I'm down pretty big.
Okay, so not the end of the world.
That's not
We're all
me.
making
I'm reading someone else's comment. That's all.
time.
He made a mistake. So you made a mistake. Mistakes happen. I think that's it. Tone. CRMT is gonna go back up. No, or is it?
I think it's gonna go back up, but I won't be in it. I'll wait for another bleep to like 95 and change, and I'm out. I'm taking my loss on that today. The problem with that one, it opened at the wrong price. It didn't open over $100. It opened below 100. We took a chance to get in. It didn't work out. I'm still big in CYAD. I'm still holding.
When you first started trading, how did you get into it? Because I remember things were a lot different back then. Like you had to call in orders, right? And stuff like
Of
that.
course.
Yeah?
Yeah. I had to call in orders. I was using Touchtone Express on the phone.
Touch Tone Express? What the hell is that?
You punch in the symbol for your numbers, with the telephone numbers, and then you push one to buy, two to sell. You know,
How do you put in the ticker though?
with the phone numbers, like
Huh.
with the numbers. Let's say Apple is one whatever P is. You
Right.
know, follow me?
APL, like right on the numerics on the letters on the numerics. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, which goes with one. Yeah. KRTX 105.
I am excited here. MYOV is about to break over the highs. It's at 1658. The highs are 1673. It's at 1666. Yeah, that's about to break. I have 3,000 shares of these. I'm gonna take some profit here. As soon as it breaks, though, I'm not gonna wait till. Never sell before it looks like it's gonna break, because usually when it breaks and then soars for a little bit. So, all right, so hit new highs. This was a great one right here, MYOV. Um, trade. I didn't get in it though, unfortunately. None of us did. This one just kind of came out of nowhere. All right, I'm gonna hold. I sold two-thirds of my shares. I'm gonna hold my last one-third. Actually, I'm gonna sell 500. I'm only gonna hold 100 of these. I mean, 500 of those.
I still don't understand the CYA thing.
CYAD is just moving slow. It's just one of those stocks that move slow. There's nothing you can do about it. We got a nice cup and handle shape forming on Roku. Nice cup and handle. Good time to buy. Good time to buy. Nice cup and handle. You know what? Matter of fact, let's add to that position. Roku. Let's buy some. Let's buy a couple in the money. Just 5 of those. Tab 655. All right. Oh, filled at 640. All right. So let's see if that we're up $3,560 on the day, but in reality, I'm down. Okay. CRMT is going back up. That's good. Yeah, I think CRMT is gonna pop here. Tone, you got a double bottom on CRMT, which means it could pop back up right now.
Yeah.
And then CYAD is moving slow. MYOV hit 1717 on frickin' real. This was a $6 stock less than 24 hours ago. Did anybody get in MYOV? You can't. Sean, if you're on, if you're listening, no, not an MYVO. Check out KRTX hitting 10. KRTX is hitting 109 right now. That thing is ridiculous. And CLVS just pivoted from 750. It's at 780. This looks like it's a cup and handle, but is it a cup and handle? We'll find out in 2 seconds. Yeah, that's a nice cup and handle. Nice cup and handle on Roku. That should break out and go right to 153.50, something like that. Let's see. Oh, you guys can't see because the phone is there in the corner. Go flexible grid Roku. Here you go. Yeah, we broke the cup and handle already, so we should break out here. 153.50, 153. Come on, come on. That's a cup and handle break, if you ask me. That should start taking off. too soon to sell these shares, but I will take a partial at 13.50. I mean 153.50. Create an alert here. Look at that bottom. That bottom was where you wanted to buy things like options, stock. Everything pulled back today. Everything. And then shot off. And I'm telling you, just like my sense from experience, that these are going to do the same. I think CRMT is going to pop up. CYAD, I already know is going to pop up. And MDCO, I think it popped up already, but that's all you're going to get. So I think MDCO is done. CLVS. I mean, bro, all this stuff is incredible. MYOV. What was the one you just mentioned? KRTX just keeps going. Everybody's saying KRTX won't stop. It's at 113.88. 113. It just hit a new high. Second. It just hit 115. It was just it's 117, bro. Tone, are you hearing me?
I'm watching everything here.
It just hit 116.77. Unbelievable.
We just gapped the bid on CYAD at 57 again.
I saw that. And CRMT, it just broke above the VWAP, which is good. Is the market moving up? Market is still in a downtrend, but
I'm
these
not.
stocks are
I'm not
strong.
really. I'm not really talking because I'm doing a couple of trades in my own ways, just trying to scalp some money here. So I'm
So
not
why
giving that
don't you
people.
explain? I'll be quiet and I'll just go through the charts and kind of
Well,
mimic
I
what
can't.
you.
I can't make people because, like I said, I want people to actually be profitable and start from like step one. I don't want them to learn how to scalpel like in the market throughout the day because that's the type of day it's been today. Once you identify that kind of day, you could do it, but you got to know how to do it because you could get clipped. You start moving points, and I'm just playing around with a little bit, 1,000 shares here, 1,000 shares there, taking 400, 500, and also taking small losses on top of it all. I'm doing extremely well today with the scalping, but I'm not going to explain that to somebody because that's not the right. I'm still very, very heavy in CYAD. I'm still in that CRNT. Um, very heavy in CYAD. I think CYAD should definitely go to 1150. I don't see why not. At least in the middle of the range, and just waiting on it.
You know what? I bet I'm just answering Venocity. I bet you a lot of people did short KRXT today. A lot of people, but they screwed up because KRXT is kind of like BPTH. If
You
you
never showed us.
huh?
You never showed us stock.
What'd you say, Tone?
You never showed a stock that ran the day one. A stock that ran day one, like I said before, that means it opened in the right channel. Day two, it has another run. Never showed a stock in that situation.
Never show it.
Never short. Never short a
Oh,
stock that
never
ran
showed it. Oh,
the
so
day before.
if a stock runs on day one, just out of the gate, never shorted on day two.
No, absolutely not. We just printed 72 on CYAD. We're at 73. This is torture. But you know what? I stick to my guns. I stick to my chart. I stay in them. And
We played a stock.
that
Some Joey
that nine
G.
that nine that nine that 950 print. That was yesterday's print. They posted it today. The market makers. I know how this works. That was not a that was a misprint, a major misprint. Or somebody went in and took 100 shares and they got filled at that price,
Yep.
which they're going to get reimbursed back because there's no way that's 950. There's no way the stock printed at 950. No
No,
way.
there's no way. It's impossible. It
No
was an
way. And I'm
error.
not
Those errors
bullshitting
happen all
because
the
that
time.
happens, and that's bullshit when that happens.
Hey,
That's why.
Tone, Joey G is asking me to please ask you about YNDX. We traded it yesterday. Um,
Yeah.
he says YNDX. Do you still think it's going to 42? It took a little dip in the after hours. It's now down to 39.30. He wants to know if you still think it's going to 42.
Yeah, technically, well, we broke 40. Yes, it could go to 42 because we broke 40 on the range. Because yesterday's high was 40 and 15. So technically, it can go to 42. But that's something I'm looking at right now because it's just died out. It didn't pick up steam. It's just like right now, it's. But yeah, it could go to 42 within 6 days. It could definitely go to 42.
Okay. So within 5 6 days, he sees this hitting 42. I see it as
Yeah,
well. I see that it could definitely happen. Looks like the 52-week high is 42.37. So it
yeah,
would
it can
be
actually break. I should break the 52-week high. Yes.
it should break the 52-week high
Yeah.
within the next few days. Um, KRTX is now at 132. It was just at 116 the last time I looked at it. It's unbelievable.
CYHD, what a piece of shit, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe that.
CYAD is at 1074. It's up. I'm up on that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm up on that too. I'm up on that. I bought 50s, I bought 30s, 20s. I bought a lot. I just want to see it print 1150 now. I'm taking my money off of it.
At
I have a
11,
lot of
1150.
1150, 1175. Once
So
it breaks 11, it accelerates. You're not getting this trading activity. Stock can run to 12, 1250. I'm just estimating as of now if it moves like this. But once we get to an acceleration, when people start noticing there's momentum, the stock will clean out.
agreed.
This stock should go to $15 within days. Should go to $15. CLVS did the same thing to me at $4.
CYAD
About
should go to $15. So we're gonna run that swing trade, and I'm gonna keep note of that. That's one swing I want to keep note of. CYAD, and I'm gonna hold it too. I'm gonna hold it about 5 days. Should hit 15. That's amazing. That's 50% on your money in
oh
five
my
days.
God, KRTX hit 132.
Dude, I've been telling you that for the last. Are you listening to me? Um, yeah, I just told you that.
Oh my God.
That shit is crazy.
I
That was
actually traded it twice today. I picked up dollar 50 on it twice. Oh, $1.50 the second time, about 90 cents the first time, and I just blew out of it because if that thing turns and dumps,
it
man,
will.
I think it's gonna dump in points.
I don't
This
think
is
this
like,
is gonna dump until it hits like 160, 170. I just got that feeling. I've
oh
dealt
no,
with.
this stock. Let me tell you something. My experience, I saw Beyond Meat and I saw Telray last year. Telray, TLRY,
Yeah, Tilray was another.
and Beyond Meat. This stock, this stock could actually go to $300 before it dumps.
Yeah, I agree.
This stock could actually go to $300 before dump. I will not short this stock unless it goes to $300 or around there.
I agree. So what do you
Because that's
think? Buy
those
shares?
guys. What?
Buy shares or what?
I ain't buying nothing. I ain't buying this at all. Here we go, guys. CYAD 1080.
There we go. That's a new high that we
Oh
hit
my God! I
intraday.
feel today like it's pulling teeth. Like this is pulling teeth today.
I know. It is taking forever. It's freaking annoying. Oh, I have to sell off some stuff here.
I stick to my guns. I stick to my trading strategy. I don't change. I do the same thing every day. That's what I do. You know,
Mhm. Give me a second here.
I knew to go heavy on the CYAD because of the opening price. I took a little bit of the other ones, a little bit, but this one I went very heavy on it. I have extremely a lot of shares of this. I don't see why the stock can't hit 1150, 1175. I'm still calling $15 within days. $15 with the stock. I called it with CLVS $4. A day later, it goes to six and change. On that trading day, we was sitting with it for the whole day, never did anything, and all of a sudden it goes to six and change the next day.
Huh.
I actually had half of my position in it, and the other half I sold it with like a break even or a little loss that day. And I noticed it went to six and change like around an hour after the opening because I wasn't paying attention to it. Watch, watch the CYAD. It looks like it's picking up steam.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely picking up steam. This is what the stock your stocks always do. They always stay above the 9-day moving average. They're good. That CYAD is a good stock. I know that. I ain't got to worry about that one.
Holy cow!
Market is still going down.
Today is like it's not really a rough day at the office, but it's kind of like a rough day at the office.
Today is definitely a rough day at the office. It's like up. It's annoying. It's like up, down, wrong, right.
But we'll see. We'll see. CYAD how it does. At one point, I owned a third of that volume. When I give a stock and I specifically say I love the stock and everything, just go with that one. For people that are not familiar with trading, like CYAD, I specifically said I love the stock a lot. All different levels of buying. That 950 print, I don't know where that came from, but that was a false print.
Now, why did that screw up the flow so much? I don't understand that.
So
Just
they're going to
because.
screw up the float. 100 shares to screw up the whole thing because it shows negative on the chart. It shows negative on the chart because they registered as the buy and the sell, whatever it is, today. It's two reasons. Somebody could have put a bid in that feels like 50 shares, 100 shares, it was a misprint. Or somebody just registered, market maker registered that share, that 50, 100 share today from yesterday.
Okay.
It's it screws up your chart. It screws up the momentum of the trade. And you know what? The stock should be for $15 right now. I don't care what anyone says. Still in it. Still watching it. Everybody should have got in on the 20s and the 30s on the stock anyway.
Yeah.
There was plenty of 20s and 30s. Tops. 40, 45. I remember seeing the size at 40 was a pretty big size. Very easy to get filled out. Yeah.
Markets is still going down, very strong. Fixes at 1266. Uh, let's see. The tick is negative. Gold is moving up. Crude is moving down. SPY is moving down. Triple Q, Nasdaq is moving down. Markets are moving down. That's why we're hitting so much resistance. Uh,
CYAD 97. 97. Come on, man. Let's go.
CYAD right near that $11 mark. This was Tony's favorite. Whenever he says something is his favorite, pay attention to that. His favorite of the day. CRM
90, 99.
98, 99. Uh, KRXT is hit a high at 136. This thing is unbelievable. Uh, I'm trying to make it normal. All right, so looks like KRXT is actually hitting a peak here, maybe.
$11. We just make it
$11. We
$11.
gotta hit 1101 though. You gotta hit 1101, 1105, something like that.
1150 should be doable here. Like I said, the middle of the range, bids are moving up. This thing is like pulling teeth. But
Venocity says he got in at
CRXT
10:45
97 almost.
on CYAD. Um, what was the catalyst or criteria to pick KRXT yesterday? It was the top gapper for one. It was the number one gapper. So it was on my watch list. It was on his watch list. So that alone, the volume was insane, and it came out with a drug that basically gets rid of schizophrenia. Okay, so remember our five finger strategy. We're looking for news, volume, float, gapping, and I'm forgetting a finger, but news, volume, float, gap. It's got to be higher than 15%. News, volume, float. What am I forgetting? And I'm forgetting one of the fingers, but there was
Opening price.
opening price. There's a lot of criteria for that. Somebody just got out of CYAD at 1082. Are you? How'd you get out of 1082? What's the bid right now?
Well, they had to get out before it went to 1090, I guess, right?
I guess so. Um,
They did well on it.
yeah. Okay. So Wallace Bagwell, he's a good group member. He's been around for a while. He wants to know what got your attention on KRXT yesterday.
Well, it gapped up. Great news. And the opening price was key. Opening was key.
Yeah. Basically, we just went over that.
Opening is key on a lot of these. Opening price is key. The CYAD opening price was a great opening price. I stressed that I love the stock. I love the stock. Is it moving slow? You know what? What's going up today? Stocks that went up yesterday. I mean, do
Yeah.
we play that way? You have to be extremely fast. You have to be extremely funded to have a lot of money to scalp like that. Do I recommend it for a new trader? Absolutely not. So if you're looking at all these moves and you're looking at KRTX going to 132, folks, I didn't have it either. I didn't have it. I just scalped it. I took a point here and there. It's not the right way to trade because if you're wrong, you got to know how to get out of these things. Fundamentally and technically, you have to know how to get out of them, and a lot of people don't. I try to keep the trade slow for people so they can get in and get out, and then within time, they'll get technically advanced and know what they're doing. CRMT opening below $100, sold off extremely heavy, was a wrong trade. Still in it. I think it could go back to like 97 and change. Take a little loss on that. CYAD stressed it. Awesome stock. Entry level. Loved it a lot. I still think it's going to go up more. 1104. There you go, guys. Still going to climb. These are the trades that they move slow, but these are the trades that you would add on and say, you know what, I like this.
Look at CRMT. It's coming back up. It's just hit 97 as well.
That's it. 98, I'm out of CRMT. I'm taking my money at 98. I'm
All
taking
right.
a 50-cent loss on the stock. I'm about 60-cent loss on the stock. There's no big deal. The loss on that stock, I made it back with scalping. I'm very heavy in CYAD, extremely heavy. At one point, I had a one-third of the volume in the stock.
You had one
So
third of the volume of the stock.
in the volume, yeah, at one point today,
Wow.
when the stock was trading at 1050, 1040. Right now, it's 1111. This is a stock that I would take every single day of my life, trading like this, moving up slow. I'll take it. Maybe a little faster, but I'll take it.
Right. We'd all prefer to be faster.
Right? There you go. This stock could actually hit $12 today. Who knows?
It's
It could
possible.
accelerate and hit $13. Who
That's
knows?
what I was telling you earlier. I said this looks like a stock that's going to very slowly hit that
I am
12.
not getting out of this stock. I'm going to take half of my money at 1150, and I'm going to probably hold the rest overnight. I truly believe the stock will complete its range and go to $15. As happened with CLVS, and I'm still in it. And that's it. I'm on both of them, CRMC and this one. You know, and then that's. I mean, it wasn't a great day of trading, but 1101, 1104, we got the bid. Just moving up nice and slow, 1105, you got to gap that bid. I hate when they open up the spread on the stock. I like to be done by like 10:30, 11 o'clock, like I said. Unfortunately, some days, you might have maybe 3 or 4 days a month that you might not get done. Maybe 12:30. This could go up to 2 o'clock. It could climb. Who cares? You have your money. Just keep on going with the trend. Keep on going with the range. Stay in it. Stay in it. Stay in it. People learn. They're taught how to trade, get in the stock, and if I'm wrong, getting out, and then they get back in, and then you burn tickets, and you pay more for it. You could buy less shares. Just stick to your plan, stick to your range, stick to your entry level, and that's all you have to do.
Very true.
You know, I'm, like you have to weather the storm and get used to being down. Like I'm down on positions 7, 8,000, 10,000. I'm down in like
That
2 minutes.
Tone, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what you're saying is very important because I got a couple guys right now in my group that I'm typing with that are down and they're frozen. They say, I don't know that frozen feeling you get? They don't know what to do. They're stuck at their
Yeah.
keyboard. They're scared to make a move. What advice do you have for them? Like what should they do? They're frozen. They don't know what to do. They bit off more than
Okay.
they could
Same,
chew.
same, same, same thing. Opening when you're stuck and you got that mental, because trading is all mental
An emotion.
discipline and the mental and emotions. Stick to your guns. Go back to square one. Range, opening price, range, opening price, range, opening price. That is a pure confirmation of the stay in. I'm down 7, 8,000 positions sometimes, and all of a sudden I'm up $15,000. You have to weather the storm. You have to get used to seeing your money being down before going up. Because never being down is like God trying to buy a bottom, and like to the penny. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. People are taught as day traders to get in if you're wrong, get out right away. That was for the brokerage firms to make money on tickets. You got to weather the storm. You have to stay in. I trade with traders that are down $500,000 in the fund, and then up 700 grand. They don't get out of it. They stay in there. It's all about, like I said, range, opening price. Let me stay in. It broke the range on the downside. It bounced right off that range, popped up. It's in the channel, in the range. Stay in. Stock's got to get cleaned out. You don't know how much inventory is behind a stock with a brokerage firm. Sometimes that's what happens too. Stock's got to clean out. It's called a clean out. But opening price and range, I'm staying in. I don't care if I'm down 100,000 in 2 hours. I'm still staying in it.
Now, what about if
Because
you
my
have a
range and my
broad
opening price
range? Because
allows
you
me to stay
you're
in. I
using
will
this
stay in.
this
Now,
term this
if
term.
this stock here, like CRMT, I bought it a little bit below $100 range. It should have been put a bit on there. I should have just hands off and just focused on CYAD, but I took it because I figured 99 changes near 100, rounded off, it's above the 100 range. Now, people don't understand what I'm talking about with range because they haven't taken the course
Right.
to understand the ranges. It takes 1 second to look at the range. I figured 99.80 is 20 cents above the below the range, or still pull up. Does that work sometimes? Yes. Does that work most of the times? No. But the stock will pull right back up to to near that opening price. So I know that I'm still staying in it because it could go back to 98, 97.80, 97.75. I'll take a little loss on that. That's my experience. That's my constant looking at the same thing each and every day and saying, okay, this will come back up. I'm getting out with a low loss. Now, in the meantime, CYAD was an extremely great trade. Should have been added. 1050 on the way up. Should have been added on the way down. Should have been added on the way up. You have to be very what's that word? Very creative when you trade. You got to be very creative. So the opening, the range is there completely. 1050, I mentioned it. Add more. 1030, add more. 1020, add more. 1070. If you want to add a little more, you got the funds. Add more. That's basically what we were at.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes
Uh,
sense. And like you said, like you teach individuals one on one, and I know you're used to doing them in person, and trying to do them with the online webinar, something I could set you up with. It's not very hard to do. It's actually really easy. Um, and Tony is taking people for courses. You would have a one-on-one week, just you and him trading live together. While you're trading live with him, he'll teach you, things about range, pivot points, moving average envelopes, so much more that more than he's ever even taught me. So, um, I mean, Tony is the real deal. He's been in Wall Street. He's traded with millions of dollars in his account. You're currently at a firm now. You were just telling me. I didn't even know he works with a firm, but his name is so known that he doesn't have to like show up on Monday. He goes in when he wants to, and he can trade from his own computer. So it's a trading firm, from what I understand. Um, but yeah, you can actually, there's a link below. If you put a deposit in, you can lock in your spot. He's only taking 3 people because it's a full week of training. And then on top of that, you have him for life. So eventually, you'll exchange phone numbers, and you can call him if ever you're in a jam, if ever you're having trouble, if ever you're struggling, or if you just want to see what he's trading that morning. That's the way that he teaches. And I mean, I'm not anything else I'm missing on that, Tone.
That's basically it.
That's basically it. So, um, I mean, talk about he's told me about some of his students that came to him that were just like crap, like total crap. They traded like crap. They've had a teacher in the past. A lot of people who see teachers have had teachers in the past, and I know that myself from being a teacher. And most of the time, that teacher sucked, obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't be looking for a new teacher. So, the point I'm making is he's had people come to him like that, and you basically, with those people, you have to wipe the slate. You have to let them know, forget what you learned, because a lot of people want to hold on to what they paid this other teacher 10 grand for, but is all garbage and is not making them money, obviously, because they wouldn't be looking for a new teacher. But Tony's told me about people he's had like that, and he's able to shake them out because, as you can see, he's more New York than I am. You know what I'm saying? He's more rough. He's more rugged. If you're doing something, he'll let you know what you're doing wrong, and I mean, it's a great opportunity. I'm glad to know him, let alone everything else. And that's pretty much it with that.
It's just all up. The market just really tanked here.
Huh?
The market just tanked.
I know, and I'm in UVXY, so I'm
Yeah.
making money every cent the market drops, but I'm also losing
Anyway,
money on other stuff.
um, I'm still in that CYAD. I'm gonna look to get out of CRNT. Like I had a sell at 97.75 with a little loss, never got filled. But I got to get going. So CYAD, I'm still in it. I'm thinking about I'll sell half of my position depending on what's going to happen towards the end of the day because that's what it looks like we're headed here. And I'm going to keep my other half for tomorrow, and we're going to keep a great eye on this within coming days. Tomorrow, Friday, um, we're going to keep an eye on this. Like I said, just manage your position, folks. 1150 to 1175. You decide what you want to do at the end of the day. I'm still holding the stock. I'm not selling it. And Luke, just text them throughout the day and keep them posted on it if you're going to stay on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Okay, folks? So I'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same thing.
All right, Tone. Thank you so much for coming in. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'm sure we speak for everyone when we say we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, Luke. Take care. I'll talk to you later. Ciao.
Bye bye. Wow, look at KRXT just hit 140. I took a position on that. Yeah, in the demo in the simulator because I am tapped right now on the cash account. I should swap to margin. I think I'm gonna swap to margin tomorrow. But so like Tony said, his target is like 1150. If you want to get out before that, you can. You can get out at any price, but 1150, 1125, all good prices. I just lost you guys. Where'd you go? Roku. It's got that head and shoulders. I knew it was gonna drop there, but it should continue to drop. That was a very strong head and shoulders. But let's see what happens. I'm hoping Roku can pull out of it. And KRXT at 140. It's 141 now. 142. I mean, this stock is crazy, crazy. I know I own shares of this. KRXT. Oh my God. With just a simple 400 shares, I made 6 grand off of this. That is unbelievable. Let's go ahead and close that order out at 142. I should have took a partial. That would have been the smart thing to do. But what a freaking stock! I bought in at 129 and went to 142 with 400 shares, and I made a profit like that. That's insane. Insane. Okay, don't own any more of this. Roku is hurting us. MYOV, I sold my last 500 shares. MDCO didn't go through, wasn't a good. Oh yeah, it had a nice pivot to it, but you had to play it right. And that's what Antonio or Tony was talking about when he said you got to make sure you play it right. Um, like MDCO, I just want to show you real quick. This could have been played perfectly. Like all these bounces and these pivot. He knows the channel, he knows the route, so he can play. Like that's when he says I'm playing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm scalping all that. It's really isn't something. Scalping is not something you should teach new traders. Um, although on another end, I kind of no, I agree with that. First, it's the basics, the simple, the buys, the sells. Scalping is takes like a fine tooth comb to really do, and you have to know about the stocks you're scalping, or at least the formations. Um, but I mean, if anybody wants to come into breakout trading, even though we're in a transition phase, we're still going to continue doing what we do and what we did and all that stuff. You can still join breakout trading month to month. We do not automatically renew you. So at the end of the month, you'll just get a message letting you know do you want to renew or not? There's not going to be any hard sales pitch at the end. If you don't want to renew, you don't renew. Whatever. Um, but today was just a very messy day, all over the place. I seem to be in the right place because this is going up. We have two positions in CRMT. I'm up on my options on CRMT. What's the price? 95.60. CYAD, I'm up about 1,000. And that's it. I only have those two, CYAD and Roku. I have Roku as well. I own 1,000 shares. But I see those trip sevs, which means Roku's gonna go up. Come on, Roku. The market was dumping, then it popped. That's another thing you're gonna watch for if you want to get some UVXY calls. UVXY is not moving that much though. Gotta be honest. Gotta be honest. The peak I seen is $50 on a single call, which I guess is not bad. $50 a call. Now it's at 28. Roku's popping. No. All right. But I mean, I'll hang around. Did anyone else? All right. There's really nothing else for me to go over unless I jump into a whole lesson, and I'd rather do that with some advertising, so that way everybody could see. But thank you guys for joining. CYAD, remember, 1050 is the target, but get out when you feel comfortable, of course. KRTX, it looks tempting. It's the guy. It's the frickin' serpent. But again, seems to have some resistance at 150. That might be the only good play on this. Is if you have a stop buy order at 150, pop it and sell it immediately. Don't hang on to it. Like see what happens when it breaks 150. That's a good play. Because if it could break 150, I think it'll take off probably 5 points immediately. CRMT, if you're stuck in this, ooh, look at this. This is interesting. They're currently having a conference call. So I guess this is up on earnings. Yes, it is. They had very good earnings. And they're having a conference call. These conference calls, sometimes news comes out that wasn't necessarily in the statements, in the earnings reports, and something could happen to the stock. So keep an eye on, but also be ready to get out. Pick a stop loss. I'm thinking 94, 99, honestly would be my stop loss for this. It went down to 93.69, 92, but that's in the beginning. Forget that. Right now, it's got some support at 94.80. So if you wanted to put a stop loss at 94.70 or 94.50, I don't think that that's a bad idea. See what happens after the conference call. MDCO, it's just that's a definition of a bear flag. You got the big pole and the ripples, and I just don't know how anything could happen to that. I really, really like this KRXT if it breaks 150. I think it'll go crazy. Let's see. It's right around that level. That'll be the last thing I watch for, and then I'll end the session. What do you mean? Please define cheap. Are you talking if you're talking about stocks within the range, a stock is cheap when it's at the bottom of its range. All right, folks, that's it for me today. Uh, yeah, it's cheap when it's at the bottom of its range or at the bottom of a pivot point or something like that. Oh, KRTX was cheap. Yeah, listen, even I saw. If you rewatch the video from yesterday, even I caught KRXT. I was like, wow, because look at it. It went from 20 and shot up to 34. But and this was on my watch list, his watch list. This was the only stock that was on both of our watch lists. You can see that our watch lists differ. Like today, I was looking at MYOV, which was pretty cool, had a nice little gain there. I'm looking at Roku, which he's obviously not. And I did have my eye on KRTX, actually to short it, believe it or not. And that was it. And then today we didn't have any matching picks, but it's cheap when it's at the bottom of the range, and that's only something that he can really teach you. Um, he has a setup that shows that kind of stuff. I know how to find it and use it, but not like he can. But yeah, his system, the way he has it set up, you can basically see if the stock is cheap. You'd be like, wow, that's really low. That's cheap. Um, and then there's also relative answers for cheap, like, oh, Apple was 199 yesterday and now it's 150. Oh, it's cheap. It's all relative. But all right, guys, thank you so much for joining. I know there's a 20-second delay, so if you have any questions, go ahead. You can ask now. Which, by the way, the 20-second delay has no effect really because we know all our entrances, our entries, our exits. We know all that stuff before we even go in. So like he said, scalping would have been impossible. All right, Shawnee boy, seems like you had a rough day. Yeah, me too. Pretty much sucks when you lose the previous day's gains. That's why um, trading with a 5-to-1 stop loss is the way to go. But see, I use a cash account. See, me and Tony have two very different perspectives. He says, like he said, he was talking about his buddy who was down a half a million at the firm, but then later was up a half a million. Like that's a freaking huge. Like you just gotta hold until it finishes its move. That's the truth. A lot of people, especially like Tony, can look at these stocks and find their range and know where they're going to mature. So they're not worried about the takedown. But for newer traders that don't know exactly where the stock can go by looking at the level twos and looking at the ranges, it's good to have a stop loss, um, like a 5-to-1. That way, if you lose your money, you got five chances to make it back. Um, but other than that, guys, we had a good day, crappy day, but hang in there. Hang in there. Put in your stop losses. CYAD, hang in there. CRMT, hang in there as long as it doesn't go below 94.80. Okay, seems to be some resistance there. Double check that resistance. I could be a little off on that. It might be like 94.60. Mm, yeah, I would hate to do a 93.99. But it's looking good. It's looking good. Let's see what happens to this call here. And oh, that's a beautiful play if this breaks 150. It's going to shoot up probably 10, 15, 20 points. CYAD looks good. MYOV was a great call. All right, guys. I am out. Check John. Jan. First thing I see is I don't like that it has no volume. Second thing, I don't like it's got a really bad downtrend this week. Maybe it's hitting the bottom of a resistance. I don't know. The bottom of a range, rather. Um, it's at an all-time low. This is a terrible stock. I wouldn't touch this, you know, with a 10-foot pole, as they say. But you could scalp a few cents, but there's so much better. It's not. I'm not trying to like talk down, but there are much better options out there right now than this. If it were in an uptrend, I would say something totally different. I'd be like, oh, but I see what you're saying here. It did have a random pop up to $9. Was probably a great day for people holding it. Um, I wouldn't bank on it doing that again though. All right, Luke from Breakout Trading. Love y'all. I'm out.